Well, we all mark the attack on Pearl Harbor as the start of this country's involvement in World War II, but there is a growing effort to spotlight the thousands of Americans who didn't wait to join the fight against Hitler in Europe. They jumped in early to join Canada and the British forces.
In a story you will only see on News 4, Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey introduces us to a Stafford veteran who's made recognizing these service members his new mission.
Retired Marine pilot Michael Parkin says he grew up in a family of aviators who often gathered to watch old World War II movies. That's when he first heard his father mention a cousin, Alfred Parkin, who flew British bombers.
And we'd kind of give him the side eye and say, British bomber? So your cousin was British? No, he was from New Jersey. Well, then how did he end up a British bomber? Well, he was in the Canadian Air Force.
Flash forward years later, flying his own dangerous missions, Michael Parkin found himself thinking more and more about his dad's cousin. So when his service abroad ended, he started digging, researching, getting records on Alfred from Canada's Department of National Defense.
And they sent me his records, which showed that he'd gone missing on November 25th, 1942. And that started me on a journey that really from 2004 until today has been on and off, but it's never really stopped.
Parkin discovered early in World War II, Canada needed pilots and found ways to secretly recruit willing Americans like Alfred Parkin. They volunteered for World War II at a time this country was still on the sidelines.
They want to make a difference. They believe in causes. And think of what a cause it was when Adolf Hitler started to murder people and roll through countries.
In November 1941, Alfred Parkin got his wings in Canada and headed to England to fly for the British Royal Air Force. Aboard his Lancaster bomber, 2 other Americans, along with Brits and Canadians. Their bombing raids dangerous and daring. This map shows the hometowns of Alfred and hundreds of other Americans killed or missing while serving for Canada or Great Britain. Michael Parkin now focused on getting them the recognition they deserve.
And these people haven't had their story told. Their story's been erased and needs to be told.
Joining the cause, Representative Abigail Spanberger, who's co-sponsoring this bill to award the Congressional Gold Medal to all Americans who joined the Canadian and British Armed Forces during World War II.
If Congress says we recognize what these people did, this was important, that really elevates this.
Parkin's highest hope? That this country would also embark in efforts to find these Americans like Alfred Parkin missing in action, to include them in the record.
Well, these people were fighting America's war. They just fought it first. They should be on that same list. When the roster of missing Americans is read, their names should be read.
Reporting for News 4, I'm Julie Carey.
And it's estimated that more than 8,600 Americans served with Canada and Great Britain in World War II. Michael Parkin's efforts were first reported by the Freelance Star newspaper in Fredericksburg. What a really neat story.
An incredible way he is recognized and given back like that.
Sure.
Yep.